Play with lucky energy. Hello everyone, this is Ianho and I'm your lucky host to bring you lucky and more lucky energy. First of all, just say hello to me in the chat box. Where are you from and what time it is in your country? I would like to hear from you. If you are watching, say hello to me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can first say hello to me. And there are more Feng Shui goodies to be there. All right. So say hello to me so that I know that I'm talking to people, I'm talking to humans, but not just the camera. All right. So say hello to me. First of all, we have got very live again. Hello. Okay. Good morning to you. Very live. I saw a lot of hearts flying around in the air. Love is in the air. And now today is the day 5 of Play with Lucky Energy. Where is the music? The music has just stopped. Can you keep playing the music, please? All right. So, because we want more lucky energy, and this is where you have come to the right place because we are using the secrets of feng shui to teach you how you can play with the lucky energy. It's so simple. Just play with it. Be happy. Be lucky. So first type in the comment down below. Be happy. Be lucky. How easy life is. Even if you are watching the replay, type a comment down below. Be happy. Be lucky. All right. And first of all, before we start our Play with lucky energy today. That's day 5. I would like you to sign up. You know what sort of feng shui goodies I have for you? That is called the Power Stack Starter Kit. Have you got to stack up your power? If you are feeling stuck, very simple. Power Stack it. Sign up for the Power Stack Starter Kit to start making the feng shui of power work for you. The more power you stack, the more it becomes powerful. Okay, so and in the last few days we have talked about the golden dragon and the flying star knife basically. And so what does power stack do? Basically is the more power you stack, the more powerful you become. Other than the lucky color you put on every day, which what are the lucky colors today? What are you wearing today? What colors are you putting on today? Just type the comment down below. Are you on the lucky color today? That's yellow, brown, or beige. Well, I haven't got a yellow suit. That's why I'm putting the second and third choice of today's lucky color. But I do have a brown pants. All right, I'm not showing you my brown pants. All right, just tell me if you are putting yellow, brown, or beige color, okay, or you are putting your second option of the lucky color today. And today, other than we have talked about the golden dragon and the flying star knight in feng shui, which are very powerful stacking. And today we are going to talk about the 5 ghost 12. Wait, Ian, did you just mention ghost? Is there any goals in feng shui? All right, stay tuned to the end because this 5 ghost 12 is a super powerful feng shui top secret. All right, so we have got Fairy Life saying, "Yep, she's in brown. Awesome, brownie today, and Lily is in yellow." Stay tuned until the end and check out what 5 ghost 12 is. And now we have just started with the lucky tip of the day. That is the lucky color. And of course, other than the lucky color, there are also the lucky section and the lucky orientation you can use. And the lucky section and orientation of today are southwest and west. So either you're sitting in southwest or you're facing southwest, or you're sitting in west section of your house and facing west, or you can mix and match. Like me, I'm sitting in southwest and then I'll be facing west, okay? Or vice versa. You can just play with the lucky energy. So you stack up the first layer of energy, that is the lucky color of the day, and then you sit in the right section, you get the second layer of power, and then if you are facing the right orientation, you are getting you are stacking another third layer of power. And that is how easy to play with energy, and that's how you can make the power of Feng Shui work for you. And now, next, we are going into real people, real Feng Shui, real breakthroughs. This is the story of Rebecca. She came to a beautiful land called Australia 4 years ago. She carried a big dream and a big hope to start a brand new life in this beautiful place with a lot of kangaroos and koalas and a lot of beautiful animals. However, her dreams did not come true. She came with a big hope. However, she couldn't get a job at all. She couldn't practice what her profession is because she was not, her qualification is not recognized by the local. So what can she do? The only job she could get was to get a job in the farm, to pick the strawberries, to pick the apples, or I don't know, whatever fruits that she could pick. Or she could only work in a cafe to be a barista. And that are nothing that she would like to do because she would like to practice what her real interest is and practice her profession. So she tried very hard, sending resumes, looking for jobs, and time passed, time flies. 4 years have gone. She was basically living on her saving with no income at all for 4 years. And finally, she decided this is not going to work. And she decided she must make a change. So she actually came to us and we had a look at her place, at the feng shui of her place, and we decided what to do. So the first thing I did for her was, of course, you know what it is, to catch the golden dragon. That is the most powerful chi throughout period 9. And once you catch it, you will go lucky absolutely for 20 years of your life. It's a big one. And the second step I did for her was to activate Flying Star 9. As we have officially entered period 9, the Flying Star 9 in our solar system has the strongest energy. So you definitely want to call this power of Flying Star 9 into your house to make it work for you. So that is the second layer of power stacking. And now today we are going to talk about the third layer of power stacking. That is 5 goes 12. Are there really goals in this world? Basically, that's not the question. The question is, what is 5 goes well? What can 5 goes well do for me? Right. This is the right question. Okay, so the 5 goes well. Well, basically, to answer the question is no, we do not use ghosts in Feng Shui. That is not Feng Shui. Okay? It's very simple, clear answer. We don't catch ghosts. I never play with ghosts. Okay? And so this 5 goes well. Why is that called 5 goes well? All right. This is basically a direct translation from 五鬼运财. So basically, that means 5 goes well, okay? And another name for this 五鬼运财 is 阳公救贫. So Yang basically is a person named Yang Yunsong, and he is basically the grandfather of Feng Shui. Okay, his name is Yang Yunsong. That's why we call it Yang Gong. Gong means the grandfather. Yang is his surname. So we also call this 5 goes wealth as 阳公救贫. So this story came from, well, we have to go back to about 1,200 years ago when Yang Yunsong, he was just traveling, walking around one day, and then he saw a very poor family crying, and going to bury one of their family members because someone has passed away in the family. So he just basically, well, he just passed by and looked around and said, oh, this is not the right way to bury the dead people. The dead person. You have to have the dead person putting this way, and that way. And so this poor family actually did according to his instruction. And what happened later? 12 hours later, This very poor family, suddenly, what happened? Did they become rich just like that? Yes, did they become rich just like that? Say yes if you believe it. That happens in 12 hours. Just say yes, 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 yes. So basically, this story goes back to about 1,200 years ago, which is a real story. Okay, really happened in the past, and it's recorded by one of his students of Yang Yun Song. So, do you believe that this poor family just became rich in 12 hours? So what happened 12 hours later? Yes, very life, you will be the next person who become rich. Congratulations, fairy life. Even if not 12 hours, let's say 30 days, is that possible? 2 months, 12 months, is that possible? If not 12 hours, can you become rich at least in 12 months? Okay, and we have got Lily saying yes as well. Congratulations, congratulations, thousand congratulations. When you believe it, the lucky energy is coming to you. And here I am, Ianho, to bring you lucky energy. So go back to this story of Yang Yun Song. He taught this poor family how to bury the dead person. And 12 hours later, this poor family, when working in a farm or something, well, it doesn't matter anyway, right? So the main point is this poor family, they actually found a big bag of gold somewhere in the road or in the farm. It's just somewhere, okay? That doesn't matter because that's not the main point. The main point is that happened in just 12 hours. They got to pick up a big bag of gold for no reason. And there were no people coming to claim that bag of gold. And that suddenly just changed their life overnight. So this is a very famous story of Yang Yun Song, and that's why it is called Yang Gong Jiu Ping. Yang Gong basically is Yang Yun Song. Jiu Ping means helping the poor. So this is how it comes from. So other than calling it 如果运财, the five goes well, it is also somewhat called 阳公救贫. All right, and this story has a very famous quote. We call it 寅时藏，申时发. Yin Shi means the time between 3 to 5 a.m. in the morning. That is called Yin Shi. In the morning, between 3 to 5, that's Yin Shi. Yin Shi Zang. Zang means to bury that person. To bury the dead person, okay? Not the live one. So Yin Shi Zang, Shen Shi Fa. Shen Shi is 3 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So Shen Shi Fa. Fa means rich. Suddenly you become rich. You got rich. Okay, so this is a very famous story of 寅时藏, 申时发, and this is basically how 阳公救贫, or you call it the five goals well, come from. And why is that called goals? Because it really happens so magically, like as though they are ghosts, but actually there's no ghost in Feng Shui, and in Feng Shui, we do not play with ghosts. So that's quite simple and straightforward. And how does this five goals well work? Okay, the five goals well is basically using the purest energy. Listen, it's the purest energy of yin and yang. All right, I'm quite sure you have a little bit idea of what yin and yang is. Okay, basically, yin is the moon, yang is the sun. Yin is the night, yang is the day. Yin is the father, yang is the mother. Yin is the daughter, yang is the son. So it's like yin and yangs. And in feng shui, we are talking about the balance of yin and yang. If something is imbalanced, well, there's going to be some issues. So in the five goes well, we are basically using the purest energy of yin and yang. So there's always equality, there's always balance. Is that easy? And this is how easy you can play with lucky energy. If you have one, click the link below. get your Power Stack Starter Kit for free. This is for free, especially for new people like you. All right. And then, and when we're talking about the pure energy, just imagine a young baby who just born. When this baby she laughed, how much happiness is that? Because that energy, that happiness is pure, right? The baby get happy very easily when you tickle the baby just laugh, ha 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 ha. So that energy is very pure, and that's why that is so powerful. And there's definitely a lot of calculations behind how to get this purest energy of yin and yang to work for you. And that's how you can power stack your home, power stack your life. If you feel stuck, power stack it. Okay, and then tomorrow, of course, we will talk more about how you can power stack your life step by step, one step at a time. Besides the lucky color you are stacking, if you do it every day, you are basically stacking power every day more and more. And if you are using the lucky orientation and the lucky section every day, all right, you are stacking another layer of energy. And of course, there are more powerful stacking in power stack. And now we are going to quiz time. Lucky or not? Now, question number one. In five goes well, which energy does it use? All right, you have heard about now. You know about the story of five goes well. You know about this. Five goes well is a very powerful feng shui activation, and so in five goes well, which energy does it use? A is the purest energy of yin and yang. If you think the answer is A, type A in the chat box. And the B is the dirtiest yin and yang energy. If you think the five goes well with using the dirtiest energy of yin and yang, you just type B in the chat box. And C is using the energy of the ghost. So what do you think? Five goes well. Which energy does it use? A is the purest energy of yin and yang. B is the dirtiest energy of yin and yang. And C is the energy of the ghost. So A, B, or C, which one do you go? We have got Lily saying A, and Fairy Life is also saying A. Awesome, that's right. So five goes well is basically using the purest energy of yin and yang and the combination of it. That's why it's so balanced, so equal, and so powerful that you can basically see result in just 12 hours. If not 12 hours, less than 12 months, I'm sure you can see some results. Okay, and now question number two, lucky or not, is the purest, okay, let me see, is the purest energy of five goes well similar to the pure energy of a baby? Now, this question is quite easy. Is the purest energy of five goes well similar to the purest energy of a baby? Yes or no? Just say yes or no. That's very simple. Mhm. So when the baby, if when she's happy, when an infant is happy, when you tickle an infant, she's very happy and she laugh. Ha, 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 ha. So why do we like to watch baby laugh? Because this is so pure. That is just pure energy of happiness, and it's why we like to watch the infants make them happy, right? Because that energy makes us happy as well because they are so pure. So in five goes well is the purest energy of five goes well similar to the pure energy of an infant. Okay, just say yes or no. Absolutely, the answer is yes. Congratulations. You know all the answer. How smart you are. You might probably be the next feng shui practitioner like me. And now, quiz time, lucky or not? Question number three. What is the fastest recorded time of receiving result after activating five goes well? Okay, I repeat the question again. What is the fastest recorded time of receiving a result after activating 5 goes well? A is 48 hours, B is 24 hours, and C is 12 hours. So, what is the fastest recorded time of receiving a result after activating 5 goes well? 48 hours, you have to wait for 2 days, 24 hours, that's 1 day time, or 12 hours, that's just half a day. And you can become rich in just half a day. Do you believe it or not? And the answer is C. So back in 1,200 years ago, that was what Yang Yunsong, or we call it Yang Gong, did, and the poor family just got to pick up a big bag of gold after 12 hours of activation. Okay, so this is very easy, aren't you? And you got all the answer correct. Fairy Life got C, and Lily also said C. The fastest recorded time is actually 12 hours. That's how quickly Feng Shui energy can be. And that is really real people, real Feng Shui, and real breakthroughs, not something that I make up of. If you know a true feng shui practitioner, they can actually tell you story like that. Okay, and so lastly, I will answer a few questions. Let me see. Okay, so because we talked about the Flying Star 9 yesterday, and basically that is the original flying star night of your house. Okay, I'm not talking about the yearly flying star of night. If you would like to really make full use of the flying star night, you have to activate the original flying star night of your house. It's not just the yearly flying star because that energy is, well, not so powerful enough for you to break through. Okay, so that's why we have got a couple of questions like that. The first question is from I let me see what how do I pronounce your name? Melina Imperial Lim 5170. We bought a second-hand house in 1983, renovated in 1988, left that house in 2023. Then we'll return to the same house at the end of the year. How to determine the exact period? Thank you and more power. And of course, we have got a few similar questions like that. The next one is from Not a Brick in the Wall. Oh, such a name. How do we determine the original flying star of this house? And the next question is from Edward Gunn, 5552. How do I find out the date of birth of my house? And the next question is from HS Tan, 3515. Dear Ian, I moved in my house in 2001. Wondering how or where I can get period 7 flying star for 2001. My house is facing east at 103 degrees. Thanks. And also the similar question from Pinky 9875. Where could I find the period 6 East 1 flying star, please? Thank you. So you see, all these questions are basically related to how you can find the original flying star of your house because you want to get lucky, right? Because you want to act. Why do you want to find it out? Because you want to find out where the flying star 9 is. Why do you want to find out where flying star 9 is? Because you want to activate that power and you want to get lucky. So if you would like to get lucky, luckier and luckier, and got to stack up all this power together. Okay, I will put down the link right after this live because I just got this ready. Sign up for my 3 days free challenge. I will show you step by step how you can actually get to know the original flying star of your house. Behind that, there's a lot of calculations and logic. How we can calculate the 9 planets orbit in our solar system, and then how we determine the original flying star of your house. I'll put down the link right after this. Okay, stay with me, join me in my 3 days free challenge. If you feel stuck, power stack it. And of course, on top of that, if you haven't claimed your Power Stack free starter kit, click the link below, get it now. That is for you, and that's your first step to power stack your life. Alright, so in Power Stack, we stack ancient Feng Shui power to ignite energy and shift your life fast. How fast? As fast as 12 hours, and that's the farthest recorded time all in history. If not 12 hours, at least 2 3 months, or within 12 months. Is that possible? I'm sure you are interested. Join me in my 3 days free challenge. If you feel stuck, power stack it. I'll see you tomorrow, and tomorrow we will be talking about another layer of power stack. That is what I call the T space scan. Stay tuned. I will see you tomorrow. Play with lucky energy. This is Ianho. I'm your lucky host to bring you good luck, to bring you good energy and lucky energy. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see you in my 3 days free challenge. Be lucky. Leave a comment down below so you can be one of our lucky winner. Alright. See you. Thank you. Thanks, Lily. Thanks, Fairy Life. And thanks to everyone who is watching now and watching the replay. Leave a comment so I know that you are watching, that I'm not only talking to my camera. Be lucky. Yes, awesome. Good job. Good job. Be lucky, Lily. Awesome. See you tomorrow. Stay tuned for another layer of power stack about T space scan. That is the most interesting Feng Shui method in Feng Shui. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for joining. Love you all. See you tomorrow at the same time.